about this? American Vogue, the magazine, has been mocked for suggesting use of the phrase a niggling worry in relation to Meghan Markle's relationship with Prince Harry is racist. In the latest issue of Vogue, fashion writer Hamish Bowles complains that this headline from the Daily Mail back in 2017 was racist to Markle because the word niggling, he says, has racist connotations. For more on all of this, I'm joined from Sydney by my regular Words Matter wordsmith here at Credlin, author and broadcaster Kel Richards. Kel, I need to go to the point, first of all. I won't have a bar of the N-word. I don't like it when African-American rappers use it. I put it right up there with the C word. I don't want to hear men or women use it. I don't think it's empowering to hear women use that word either. But niggling isn't that other word. Explain what's happened here.
Well, I mean, one of the things we can know for certain is in the desk dictionary, because any ordinary desk dictionary will tell you that niggling these days means a minor but persistent irritation. That's what it means. And in terms of its history and where it comes from, it has nothing to do with the N-word, absolutely nothing. This is linguistic stupidity, which on the open-ended stupidity scale sets a new record. And it's really irritating when people do this to the English language. Now, I've got access to the Oxford English Dictionary's big database. When you go there, they say origin uncertain, but then there's a whole paragraph of the kinds of words, Norwegian words and others, that it may have come from, and in the end they conclude it's an early Scandinavian word. Now, the N-word comes from Latin. It's the Latin word for black, corrupted to become the N-word that we know today. This is totally different. It's an early Scandinavian word. It comes from the Vikings. I mean, people think that the Vikings just raided England from time to time. They didn't. They settled there. They made the city of York their base. So the result is there are a lot of Viking words in the English language. The word shambles is a Viking word, very useful political word, shambles. It's a Viking word. And this is another one of them. Niggling comes from that source. And it's had a lot of meanings over the years. There have been times when it's been used in different ways, but it's always been used to mean something small, something minor, being fidgety, or walking about aimlessly, or that kind of thing.
Or in the case of my mother, stop trying to niggle your brother or your sister on the back of the car seat on a long family drive. That's why I picked the word up, and I thought this was just crazy. I want to go to another issue over in New York too. Students at an exclusive prep school have been told not to refer to their parents as mum and dad. That's been banned. What on earth's going on here?
Oh, well, they've been told to call them the parents, the folks, the family, anything other than mum and dad. And the principal of the school has said what he's trying to do is to, I think his expression is to reset the language. What he is actually doing, and we've got to be honest about this because a lot of it is happening in the world, is called linguistic engineering, where you try to force on the population different words that they don't particularly want because you're trying to shape the way they think. Linguistic engineering. In fact, Marx has called it language pro-planning for a different society. And it was used in Maoist China. It was a major part of the Cultural Revolution in Maoist China. I came across this when I read in my files a piece by the legendary Australian journalist Frank Devine, who said that multiculturalism was a bit of linguistic engineering, getting us to think of something we didn't want to think of before and that didn't really help us a lot and carry us forward. So a lot of the inclusive language that's being brought up these days, a whole lot of the things you are no longer allowed to say are meant to engineer us. I think hanging on to this expression, linguistic engineering, knowing what it is, knowing that people are doing this to us, means we can be wary and we can warn other people. That's what's going on. People are playing a fairly unpleasant game, I think.
Forewarned is forearmed.
Indeed.
Richards, as always, thank you for your time.
My pleasure.